hello, good evening. Wait, is my mic working? Mic test. Mic test. Oh, wait. There we go. Let's use a different BGM. This one. There we go. Good evening, everybody. Hello. Let's see who's here. Kuraus, Karugov. Hello, Abdul. Hello, Ventix. Hello, Roland, Adrian. Hello. Sarsi. Hello, Jelao. Hello, Captain Jack Sanji. Hello, Chaos Knight. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Pokari. SwitchCon. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of my medical education streams. So, yeah, this one is kind of sudden. Well, kind of sudden because I didn't actually schedule this, like, for the week, but I just thought I should do this, like, the other day. Now, the reason why I decided to revisit BLS is because for one, I recently updated got recertified. And yeah, there are some changes, a few changes from the last time I talked about this. Because, you know, there's always changes. Like, sometimes... I mean, like, every few years, they always update something. So, yeah. And the reason why I also came up with this is because recently, if you guys are from the Philippines and you guys doom scroll a lot on Facebook, I don't know if some of you are aware about this incident in a certain school where a student allegedly had a seizure and then died or something like that. That's how the story. That is the shortest story. A student, I think it was their intramurals, intrams, and then the student had a seizure, collapsed, and then died when they reached in the that one. So someone showed that to me. And when I read it, so, you know, the consensus is people are blaming the school, yeah? Okay. So someone showed it to me and I looked through it, and to be honest, this is the reason why I came up with this, because I have never seen so much misinformation in a single post about how to treat such something like that. I was like, oh my god, what are these people saying? I looked at the comments and the shares and all the screenshots. I'm like, what are these people? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys, but this is something that I cannot fault or like side with the people where they're just blaming the school. I can't. When I saw that, I was like, oh my god, what is this? This is chaos. So anyway, that's why I decided, you know what, I'm gonna cover this, okay? So that I'm doing this so that you guys and whoever watches this stream, whoever's here and whoever wants to, you know, discovers me, likes VTubers, and wants to watch my stuff, you know, are more aware about this. Because basic life support is something that is, what do you call this? Useful. Something to have in your arsenal. You have to know how to do CPR, because you never know when something like that will happen. Okay? So that's the reason why I'm doing this. It's just so that you guys know better. Okay? So this is coming from someone who just renewed her certification and has years of medical training and surgery, okay? Alright, so let's go! Let's get on with it now, okay. So what? Basic life support. What is BLS? Okay. I'm pretty sure you guys... Oh wait, someone's knocking on my door. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Sorry, my mom knocked on my door and had a medical question for me. Okay, so, here's, we're gonna talk about this, okay? What is BLS? It's basic life support, okay? Boys love syndrome. What? Bluetooth low search. Ano ba? Mga buisit kayo. Alright, BLS, basic life support, okay? So, BLS is... it's a skill. It's a skill. Imagine that. Imagine adding this to your skill tree. IRL. Basic life support. This is a skill that would be nice for everyone to have. Okay, imagine you're a character in some RPG, and then you can just like get this scroll and learn basic life support. It just adds there to your skills. So this is it. This is level 1. Level 1. Not enough skill points. Okay. After this stream, you guys are gonna have like at least, I don't know, level 1, okay? So yeah, it's basically CPR. How to approach people who how to approach people who lose consciousness or any emergency situation wherein the victim or the patient just collapses and then, you know, stops breathing, heart stops, all that. Okay? So there's basic life support, and then usually for healthcare workers, they go a step further, which is ACLS or advanced advanced cardiac life support. Okay? So I am licensed in both. Oh, by the way, guys, before I start, well, I start already. I am not a licensed instructor, okay? I'm just a licensed person, a licensed BLS and ACLS provider. I'm not an instructor, okay? So this is not going to replace actual and formal training, okay? But this is something that you guys can at least have an idea of. All right? Like if you want to have like know more and like be certified, you have to go through formal training, okay? But this is something at least you can at least have an idea of, and then, you know, at least you can do it. You can put a disclaimer. No, I'm not a licensed this is not something like you watch and then get certified. You can't get certified anyway unless you have formal training, but this is something so that you have an idea about. Okay? Alright, let's go. So what do you do? What do you do when something happens? Okay, guys, let's ask everybody. Chat! What do you do? What do you do when an emergency happens? You see someone, yung katabi mo, yung seatmate mo, biglang your seatmate collapses, or yung katabi mo or something. Stay calm. Look for an adult. Walk away. I point and laugh. Mga gago pala kayo eh. Mga sira ulo kayo. I need an adult. Ano kayo? Mga bata kayo. Okay. Alright, the only one... Let's see, that's someone... Okay, the first thing you do... The first thing you do, I think archetype is the first... So, okay, here we go. You see an unconscious person. The first thing, don't panic. Okay? You do not panic. If you panic, everyone else panics. So if you see someone collapse, yeah, you will, it's natural for you to be shocked, like... It's natural to be shocked. Someone just collapsed, man. Like, it's human nature. You see someone collapse, just like that, you'll be like... But you don't panic. Which is apparently what people did when I went reading the stuff. I'm gonna do this like as I wait, let me open up the post here. Well, actually we'll talk about that later. It looked like people panicked, okay? Based on what I saw, okay? You don't panic. Because if you panic, you cause other people to panic. It's like a chain. Person panics, goes crazy, everyone else will do the same. Okay? Alright, so that's the first thing. When you see someone collapse, don't panic. You can be shocked for a moment, like, someone just collapsed. But don't panic. Alright, the next thing you're supposed to do. Assess scene safety, okay? Assess scene safety. This is like one of the first things that you do. Well, after not panicking. Hold on, kunin ko yung kodigo ko. May kodigo pa nga ako dito eh. I have kodigo, man. Eto. Oh. Here we go. Ilabas ko yung kodigo ko. Kekeke. Okay, guys. Oh. Alright, assess scene safety, okay? Someone collapsed. You gotta make sure the area is safe. You don't just run to the person and not, you know... The reason why there's a truck, what if he collapsed in the middle of the road and then you start running towards the person and then just get hit up by a truck? See, that's the end for you. Okay? Assess scene safety. Someone collapsed, but then you look up in the sky and there's a meteorite coming your way. I'm like, are you still gonna go there? Malay mo! Assess scene safety. Dude, make sure the scene is safe. Malay mo, like behind the bushes, there's a supporter ready to circumcise you. You know? Things can happen. You gotta make sure that the scene is safe. Okay? Don't just rush in. So that's the first thing you gotta do. Make sure the scene is safe. So just check. And if there are some dangers around, you can tell them to keep back. Okay? Alright. Okay. Yes, might as well try to save someone in an apocalyptic scenario. Malay mo. Well, it's up to you, man. If that's the last thing you want to do, bahala kayo. Alright. Alright, next. Second step. Assess for responsiveness. Alright? So this is what you always, you know, people who underwent BLS, this is what people quote. And always say, hey, are you okay? Hey, are you okay? They tap the dummy and they're like, hey, are you okay? It's like, something you always hear when you take BLS training. Okay. It's cringe. Archetype, it's cringe because you're doing it to a freaking dummy. And you don't actually, I don't think like in real life you go like, hey, are you okay? You'd be like you'd be more like, you okay, bro? Hey, are you okay? Alright. Di ba pwede ba yun yung script, Doc? I don't know. It's a script from like American ano yan, Heart Association and Red Cross. I don't know. You can change it if you guys want. You don't need to say hey, are you okay? You can be like, oy, pre, Okay ka na ba? Okay ka lang? Oy! You can slap them if you want, or I don't know. No, not really slap. Don't slap them. Don't slap them. Okay. Oh my god, I'm blocking this thing. The thing behind says no. Like my head is blocking the thing, but it says no. If the person answers you, then you know he's okay because he just answered you, okay? But if he does not respond, that means he's unresponsive and most likely unconscious, okay? Alright, so let me drink. Next. Oh shoot, I forgot to change this. This is supposed to be okay. Assess. Oh. All right. Where am I? Oh yeah, assess responsiveness. I forgot to change the top. It's supposed to be responsiveness. I went to assess the person. All right. So if you see a person collapse, you tap him. Hey, are you okay? And he doesn't respond. You call for help. Okay. The next thing you do is call for help, or basically activate emergency response system. Call 911 or whatever number is for emergency in your area. Call for help, ask someone to help you out, call an ambulance, have someone get the AED. Okay? What usually are the details you need to convey? Just tell them that someone collapsed suddenly, and then and the location, okay? The location, and then there should be an ambulance dispatched. Okay? You can just be like, someone just collapsed here and is not responding here in Supporterland. I don't know. Because that's just enough. What if walang AED sa area? I know there are some areas with no AED. Usually AEDs are found in like malls. I think malls have AEDs. Some malls have AEDs. I don't know if a school has one. I really don't know. So, yeah. If there's no AED, that's fine. If there's none available, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do if it's not available. It would be better if there was one, but if there's none, there's nothing you can do. Okay? Yeah, I know malls have AED. But if it's a school, I don't know if schools have AED, so... I have not, to be honest, I have not seen an AED in my school. Or I don't know, maybe it's hidden somewhere, I just didn't pay attention to it. I don't remember if my college had one. Alright, so... Next! So, when you're assessing the patient, how do you assess for breathing? How do you assess the person? So after you call for help, you check for breathing and you check for pulse. You do this at the same time, okay? Don't do this one at a time. You can do this at the same time. All you have to do is, as you can see in this photo here, beside... Oh my god, my mask is... You know what? Let me move. I'm gonna move. Tatabi muna ako dito. See now? Is it better? I'm taking my mask off. Fuck this. Oh. Okay, there we go. Alright, guys. I have to move the mask. I have to remove the mask. Okay. So. Check for, breathing, airway, okay? Airway, breathing, and circulation. But you can do this at the same time. You don't need to do it separately. All you gotta do is lean your head closer, like this guy, like in the photo here. Like here. And look at his chest. If the chest is rising, or you can hear, like, breathing, that means he's breathing, okay? You can hear breathing in your ear. The breath. And the chest is rising. That means he's breathing, and then you check the pulse in the carotid artery, which is here, okay? On the sides, beside... You feel your neck. Try feeling your neck, guys. In the middle of your neck, there's like a tube. If you're a guy, you can probably feel your Adam's apple. Below that Adam's apple is your trachea, okay? Beside the trachea on the left and right sides, that's where your carotid artery is located, okay? So along that line, those lines, you can feel your carotid artery. So usually it's a little higher up, but yeah. Okay? So you just use 2 fingers to feel that. You don't need to use your entire hand, okay? Don't choke the guy. Use your 2 fingers. You should be able to feel your carotid artery there, okay? So, you have to do this. You have to check the breathing and the pulse within 10 seconds. Okay, you have to do it within 10 seconds. So, that's why I said you do it at the same time. Like, while you're checking the chest rise, put your 2 fingers where the carotid artery is. And then feel if there's a pulse, and then look for chest rise. You have to do it within 10 seconds. Why 10 seconds? Because time is gold. Time is gold, that's why. Time is of the essence. In basic life support, you have to be fast, okay? You have to be fast. And if the patient is unresponsive, that means blood is not circulating properly in his body, and when blood doesn't circulate, you know what the purpose of the blood is, right? Blood brings oxygen to the different parts of the body, especially the brain. So if there's no blood circulating, you don't get oxygen in the different parts of your body, like your brain. And the brain can start to have irreversible brain damage after like a few minutes. So time is gold. Time is of the essence. Okay? Next. Alright, so if you have breathing and you have a pulse, he's not responding, but he's breathing, he has a pulse. Then monitor this patient. Just stay with the patient, keep him in a safe place, put him on the side, put him on a bed, until the emergency responders arrive. Okay, until the ambulance arrives. Okay? If you have a pulse but no breathing, then you give rescue breath. So this is the one where you give a rescue breath every 6 seconds. So usually it's two breaths at a time, 1 breath every 6 seconds. So this is where you cover the nose, right? You cover you pinch the nose. You do a chin lift, head tilt chin lift, just like over here. Pinch the nose and then just give breaths, 2 every 6 seconds. That's the rate. And then you check the pulse every 2 minutes. Okay, so every 2 minutes you have to time it. Every 2 minutes, check the pulse. Don't leave the person behind if he's not breathing, and even though he has a pulse. Okay, both have to be present. Okay. No pulse, no breathing. You gotta start CPR. Okay. Okay, guys, you guys get it? So far, you guys understand? I want to know if the chat understands. This is very important. This is very important. Can we use smelling salts to wake up an unconscious person? If a person's unconscious, they will not wake up. If they're unconscious, it means they're not breathing and they are not... and they have no pulse. Okay? If they're sleeping, then yeah, sure. That's why I said these are important. If he's breathing and has a pulse, just monitor. Oh my god, my dog's barking. Okay? You don't need to really do anything you don't need to do anything drastic. You don't need to do CPR. If he has a pulse but is not breathing, then you have to give rescue breaths 1 every 6 seconds. And then check the pulse every 2 minutes. Okay? If you have no pulse and no breathing, then you do CPR. Okay? So CPR is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. How do you do CPR? Alright, there are a lot of people, or at least not really a lot of people, but you know, in the media, I don't know if you guys remember. I vaguely remember this one clip of was it telenovela? Showing how showing CPR in the wrongest way possible. So yeah, wait, hold on. My phone's not charging, what the heck? There we go. Okay, hold on, let me fix this. Gotta make sure my phone is being... There we go. Okay. Telenovelas, yeah. Okay, how do you do a proper proper CPR? So this is how your hands are supposed to look, okay? You have your hand on the chest area, mostly on the sternum, okay? The sternum is the bone right in the smack in the middle of your chest, okay? That's the sternum. And then you have to have another hand on top of it, holding onto that first hand. Okay? Your arms have to be straight. They should not bend. You should not be what do you call this? Slanting either. It has to be straight. Alright, guys? When you give chest compressions, high quality CPR is 100 to 120 compressions in a minute. All right, that's how fast your compressions have to be. And how deep do you compress? It's 5 for an adult. It's 5 centimeters. Okay, or 2 inches. That's how deep. That's how deep and hard you gotta go. Your arms have to be straight, and always allow a complete chest recoil. When you say complete chest recoil, it means you allow the chest to go back to normal when you raise your, like, when you push down. When you push down on the chest, and then you lift up, but without lifting off the chest, as long as you let the chest go back to its normal position. There we go. And yeah, make sure your hands don't leave the victim's chest. So a complete chest recoil. These are very important in doing a high quality CPR. So 100 to 120 compressions in 1 minute. Compress up to 5 centimeters. Keep your arms straight. Allow complete chest recoil. And make sure your hands don't leave the okay? Can booba be a problem here? No, because when the patient is lying down on the flat, one you're compressing is the sternum, not the boobs. When a patient's lying flat, okay, the breasts would naturally like lean sidewards, right? They don't lean to the middle; they lean to the side. So the chest will be exposed. You're pumping the chest, the sternum. Okay. Alright, next slide. Do not bend your arms. Here we go. See, how to not give CPR. Do not bend your arms. Do not lift your hands off the chest. Do not bend. Do not be diagonal. Ano tong kaartehan to, diba? Anong kaartehan yan? Tas ano to? Anong kaangasan to? Don't do that. And yeah, your hands have to be straight, man. Okay? Do not bend, do not bounce, do not rock, and do not massage. Okay? This is not how you do proper chest compressions. Alright? Ang landi mag-chest compress. I don't even know how you can do a proper chest compression like this, man. I don't know how this is gonna work. Okay. So, you guys get it right, basically. You can probably look at some YouTube videos later. Sakit sa tuhod. Yes, actually, chest compressions, it's not easy to do. Like, the first time you look at it, it's like, yeah, it's easy, but if you've been doing it continuously, it's tiring. It's a workout. It's a real workout. And yes, it's gonna hurt your knees. That's why some people like bring like pads or something. You can put your knees on a pads or whatever cloth, roll of cloth. I heard if the ribs don't break, it's wrong, right? Yeah, there's a huge chance the ribs will break. Okay. Doesn't this also break ribs? Yes. It does. You can't avoid that. You can't avoid that. It's either the patient dies or gets a rib fracture. Okay? Usually, like, if you're young, if the patient's young, the ribs will not really break that fast. Usually it's the old ones that they fracture pretty easily, the older ones. But yeah, expect to break some ribs. Alright, next. Okay, yeah, here we go. How to give breaths. So you do the head tilt chin lift. So one hand pushes the head downward, and then you have another hand tilting the chin upward, and then you pinch the nose. You seal. You do the mouth to mouth. 2 breaths, and you give 2 breaths. 1 breath every 6 seconds, and you always check for the rise and fall of the chest. So you always check while you're giving the breath. You always check the chest if it goes up or down. There are some. Because of COVID, there are like special breather masks or something like that, where you can you just put the mask over their face, and then you can blow through a tube, and that one will give the air, so you don't have to do a mouth to mouth. There's also some like plastics or sterile plastics, or with a valve, so that you don't actually do a real mouth to mouth. So you protect yourself. There's like a filter. There we go. They have those. They sell those on Shopee. I saw them on Shopee. So there's also those. Yeah. So you don't actually do like a mouth to mouth, like actual skin touching, mucosa touching mouth to mouth. Do they stop COVID transmission? I'm actually not sure. It can probably prevent a bit of it from not, but COVID isn't that much of a problem anymore nowadays because of the vaccine, so we good. Do I do this after compressions? Yes. After... Okay. Here we go. CPR, you repeat the chest compressions if the victim is not responding. So the cycle is 30 chest compressions and then 2 breaths. Okay? You use the AED as soon as it's available. So what happens is... this is how the cycle goes, guys, okay? So... Patient is unresponsive, not breathing, no pulse. You do CPR. Start doing chest compressions. Do 30. After 30 chest compressions, you give 2 breaths. Okay? And then you feel the pulse. Wag landi yung mouth-to-mouth chat. Pangarap ko maganyan ni Chris. Gago. Mahayop kayo. You feel the pulse every 2 minutes, by the way, guys. Okay, so if I remember correctly, you would be doing 5 cycles before you check the pulse again. 5 cycles would be 2 minutes. Tama ba ako? Yeah, 5 cycles. Alright. Yeah, 5 cycles. How many times have you actually seen CPR be done in person? A lot. In the hospital setting, it's a lot. That's a lot. There's a lot. Ever since ever since med school. Okay. So, what is an AED? Here it is. This is what an AED, one of the AEDs looks like. It's what do you call this? It's a defibrillator. An automated external defibrillator. So you find these in malls. Some malls, most malls should have it. I don't know if schools have it. I don't know if other office buildings have it, but yeah, this is what it looks like. Okay. So, how do you use this? You just, this thing is, when you see an AED, so, while you're doing the chest compressions, you have to have the AED. If it's not available, then there's nothing we can do about it. So what is the AED? The AED is very, user-friendly. Am I back? I think I got disconnected for a bit. Am I back? Am I back? Chat, am I back? I think I disconnected for like a bit, though. I'm gonna drink. Okay. Alright. So, the AED is, like I said, Bobo-friendly. Don't worry, it has instructions, but basically this is what you do. You turn on the AED, and then there are pads. You just apply them. So usually it's like on the top of the chest and then on the side. Yeah, when you apply it, the patient has to be dry, okay? Has to be dry. And has to be attached to the skin. Alright? And then just follow instructions. It'll tell you like, okay, charging, something like that. Or no, it'll tell you analyzing. And then it's gonna analyze the heartbeat. So when it's analyzing, you don't touch the patient. Let the AED analyze. And then, it'll tell you, okay, this patient needs a shock. It'll say, it needs a shock. They need a shock. Charging. And then when it says it's charging, that's when you can start doing CPR. Just continue CPR while it's charging. And then when it says, shock ready, then you can back off. Someone say clear. Do not touch the patient. And then there's a button you press to give the shock. Okay? So, don't worry. There are instructions, and it's usually voice. The machine will tell you what to do. So it's like by voice. You just gotta listen. So you just continue CPR until the AED gives you further instructions, okay? Okay, next question. When do we stop CPR? Okay. When do we stop CPR? Okay, you guys stop CPR when you achieve RUSC, or return of spontaneous circulation. Okay. This is where you have the when there's proper blood circulation or heart rhythm, there's a pulse and there's breathing. Okay? And you also stop. If not this, you stop when the emergency responders arrive and they take over. Okay? Pwede ba video ng sequence? Yeah, I will do that later. We'll go through this first. Okay, so basically when the patient's conscious, when you successfully resuscitate, or when, the ambulance arrives and they take over. Okay, that's when you stop. Okay, so far you guys got it? Okay, next. Okay, special circumstances. Okay, there's some special circumstances, like, what if you're alone? What if it's just you who found the person? Like, it's just you, you're walking with your friend along somewhere, dun lang sa, walking along, saan ba pwede? Walking along EDSA. EDSA talaga. No, walking along some alleyway, alleyway, and it's just you, and then the person just collapses, and it's just you there. Alone? If you're alone, call for help first, okay? Call for help first. So, dial, call somebody, or call an ambulance, tell them where you are, and then begin CPR, okay? You can just make sure na it's the same things. 30 chest compressions to 2 breaths. Okay. 5 cycles. Check for pulse. In between, maybe while checking pulse, you can try dialing, calling for help again. But you have to be quick about it. Okay? Yeah, you can do it also while freaking doing the CPR. You gotta shout. You gotta call for help. Because it is not easy doing this alone. But you're going to be, you know, if you're the only one, you're gonna be doing everything. Now, if there's 2 or more people, barkada kayo, diba? It's the same thing. Call for help, assess the patient. You can do this since there's more of you. Since there's 2 or more of you, you can do this simultaneously. Someone calls for help, the other person checks, assesses the patient, checks for breathing and the pulse, and then, if there is no breathing, there's no pulse, they can start CPR. Okay, they can start CPR, and then when the person is done calling for help, after the 30, after the chest compressions, you can switch. Okay. So that you don't get tired. You switch, yeah. Okay, so it's easier if there's more people, because the tiring thing about this is the chest compressions. You need someone to switch with you, or else you're gonna get tired. And when you get tired, you won't be able to give the proper chest compressions. Like, when you're tired, you will not be able to push deep enough. Because it's supposed to be 5 centimeters. That's how deep, right? You won't be able to push deep enough, and you won't be able to do 100 to 100 compressions per minute, and it has to be that fast. So yeah, that's why it's important to have another person with you. That's why you call for help. What if I have a lanky arm? That'd be That's why you gotta call for help, okay? That's why you call for help. Now, if you're not confident, let's say you're not confident, and someone says, "Hey, you gotta do the chest compressions. I'll call for help," and you're not confident, then tell them, "Oh, I can't. I have a lanky arm. You do the chest compressions. I'll call for help." Now, it's a problem if both of you don't know how to do chest compressions. I fear for the patient, but this is why we have this, right? This is why we're having this stream, so that you guys know at least what to do. Okay. Choking! Choking. Are you guys familiar with Heimlich's maneuver? Skill issues. Are you guys familiar with Heimlich's maneuver? Yeah. Okay. So if a person is choking, they ate something, they choked, you do a Heimlich's maneuver, and this photo on the right is how you do it. You make a fist, and you put the fist on below the sternum. There's a space. You feel your chest, and then you feel a bone in the middle, right? And as you go down, it gets soft. The bone ends, and it becomes soft. That's where your abdomen is. That's where you're gonna put the fist at. And then you hold it with your other hand, and then you pump, or you pull. You pull like inward and upward. Yes, scoop, pretty much inward and upward. Okay? Until whatever is choking the person, just, they spit it out. Usually, once you get that out and they spit it out, then they're good. Now, if they're choking and they're unresponsive, what do? Choking, they collapse, they're not breathing, and there's no pulse. It's the same thing. You go back to BLS. You call for help. If the patient's not on the ground, lower the patient to the ground. Begin CPR ASAP. You don't need to check for a pulse or for breathing, because obviously they were choking. That means they couldn't breathe in the first place. And the only reason they collapsed is because, well, it was a cardiac arrest. If you don't have enough oxygen, you don't breathe, your heart will stop. Okay? So, each time you give breaths, so you do your chest compressions, 30 chest compressions, and then you're gonna give 2 breaths, right? Each time you're gonna give breaths, you open the patient's mouth and check if you can see the object or the food or whatever it is causing the blockage, and then remove it if you can. If you can't, then just continue what you need to do. Okay? Now, what if, let's say, you're alone. Ikaw lang mag-isa, you're alone. No one else is with you, and you're eating like you're eating fishball or squid balls, and you just decided, hey, this is so good, you just eat one whole, and then you start choking on your fishball or your squid ball, and you're alone. What can you do? Okay, there's one way to do this. Slam myself on the table. Not really the table. It's you do it on a chair, the edge of a chair. You have to you do the fist thing, or you use the edge of a chair, the pointed arm, and then do the same mechanic as a Heimlich maneuver. You aim, you hit, you have to push this area. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But if you want to live, you're gonna have to do it. Like, just do it. Slam your freaking, not really slam it, but you know. How you do a Heimlich maneuver, you do it on the edge of a chair or edge of a table, yeah. Self-Heimlich, yes. Real men will punch themselves full force. Okay. Okay, next is seizures. This, I actually did a stream about seizures before, and how to do first aid with seizures, because I think the reason why I did that is because there was someone who did a seizure before. I mean, someone who had a seizure. There was something like that. Someone had a seizure in public, and then I had to make a medical education about that. I talked about it. So these slides are basically from the same slides as those. So yeah. BLS does not include seizures archetype. It doesn't. If I remember, I think it's in first aid. But yeah, I remember having training for this, but I don't remember if it was BLS itself or it's actually first aid. I think it's first aid training. First aid training is separate from BLS. That's why they have first aid and BLS, or BLS and first aid training. Okay. Let's do this, okay, guys? So, what do you do? How do you... Well, you see someone collapses and starts seizing beside you. Okay, you see someone. What do you do? Okay. Again, stay calm, don't panic. Stay with the person, okay? Stay with that person. Time the seizure. You have to time it. A lot of seizures just take like a few minutes to a few seconds. So you have to time it. When you see someone seizing, check the time. Time the seizure. Okay? That's important. Okay? Move away While the person is seizing, move away any objects that could cause harm. So if the patient has like a necklace or anything that can like sharp objects on his body, to remove them. And then you can bring them to a safer place, or you can like put a pillow underneath their head so they don't like hit their heads everywhere. Advise other people to keep back. Do not restrain. Yes, do not restrain. Okay, loosen any tight clothing. Okay, you can place something soft under their head, like I said. Turn them to their side so that their mouth is pointing towards the ground or on the side. This is just to prevent aspiration, okay? Because when a person seizes, they salivate a lot, and they could choke on their saliva. Okay. Are we gonna hold the head? You don't need to hold the head. All you gotta do is just turn them to the side. They're already stiff enough that when you turn them to the side, their head will turn to the side as well. Okay, don't touch the head. They might bite. You know, they can bite you hard. Okay. Crazy how this boils down to letting. Yes, actually, that's what it is. If a person is seizing, just let them seize. Just put them in a comfortable area. Remove anything that can harm them, and just let the seizure happen. Okay, but let the seizure happen. Is there a way to know if someone's faking a seizure? Actually, yes, there is. A seizure is spontaneous and very rhythmic. I forgot how you say it, but a person faking a seizure is not as rhythmic as an actual seizure. Like, I think I remember in med school, one of our profs was talking about, like, someone tried to fake a seizure, and they were like, yeah, okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. They were like, are you trying to fake a seizure? Yeah, it's involuntary. It's very, how do you say this? It's rhythmic. I don't know how you, describe it, but it's more organized or something like that. If a person's faking it, what they do is just, like, shake around, and it's very disorganized, but a seizure isn't like that. Asynchronous. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. Alright, next. Do not do these, okay? So, do not put any objects in their mouth, okay? When a person's seizing, don't give them water or food during the seizure. Do not restrain. That means don't forcibly hold down the person or try to stop the movement. Just let the seizure happen, okay? When you see someone seize, put them in a comfy area, put a pillow under them or something soft, turn them to the side, let them seize. Let the seizure happen until it finishes. It usually takes like a few seconds to a few minutes, okay? And stay. Again, stay. Stay with them until they're conscious. And when they wake up, reassure them that they are safe. Tell them what happened. Okay? When do you call for emergency? So, guys, not all seizures are emergencies. Not all seizures are emergencies. So, if the seizure lasts longer than 5 minutes, that's very long, and that's when you need to call emergency. If the seizure keeps coming back, it's multiple, then yes, call emergency. They have difficulty breathing, there's an injury, they're pregnant, or they do not return to their usual state, meaning they're unconscious after the seizure, call emergency. Alright? That's when you call for an ambulance. Again, time the seizure. When the seizure starts, time the seizure. Remove all objects that can cause harm. Turn them to one side to keep the airway clear. Do not restrain the patient. When the seizure's over, just help the patient sit up. You tell them what happened. Like, this is what happened to you. You just seize for like 10 seconds. If the seizure is longer than 5 minutes, call 911. Now, before we continue. Do you guys have any questions? You guys have any questions before we continue? Because after this, we're gonna talk about we're gonna go to the Marites version of this, the Marites portion of the stream. We're gonna go to the chismis portion of the stream. I'm just kidding. We're gonna talk about the case. I don't know if I should show the thing. Maybe not. I think I'll just read it out. I'm not gonna show anything. I'll just read it out. Okay. Oh, wait, there is another slide. I'm sorry, wait, there's another slide here. Hold on, okay. Difference between convulsions and seizures. They're almost the same. Seizure is the disorder. The convulsions is like the action, the actions that happen. Okay, wait, next. Oh, oops. Ah! Forgot this. Okay, so when the seizure's over and the patient is not responsive, no breathing, no pulse, what do? You do CPR. You go back to BLS. You do CPR. Okay? Because the patient is not responsive. So you do CPR. Go back to your BLS. Remember that CPR is done if the victim is not breathing and not and with no pulse. It doesn't matter what caused it. Choking, drowning, seizure. If they had a seizure, they seizure ended and they are not responsive, you do a CPR. Okay? Is CPR the universal response to the patient? Not yes. As long as they are not breathing and they have no pulse, CPR. Activate emergency response and you do CPR. It doesn't matter what caused them to be unresponsive. If they had a cardiac arrest, whether it was from drowning, from choking, from having a seizure, you do CPR. Okay? If it's a stroke, also a stroke, do CPR if they're unconscious. If they're not breathing and there's no heartbeat. Alright. We'll open this up. Of course, before you do CPR, you gotta call for emergency response, okay? You can't be doing CPR all the reason for the CPR is to prolong the life or delay the progression of the arrest or delay the worsening of the patient. Because what you're doing is buying more time before the ambulance arrives. Okay? Is mouth-to-mouth still necessary in CPR? Yes, you have to give breaths, but there are ways to give it without actually doing a mouth-to-mouth. Like there's like specialized breather masks and those plastics that have like a filter. You can use those so that you don't actually touch the patient's mouth. Stalling for time. Yes, that's actually what CPR is. CPR is just buying you more time. Especially if it's done outside a hospital setting, it's something that buys you more time so that the ambulance before the ambulance gets there. Okay? Alright, let's go to the... Hindi ko na screenshot. I didn't take screenshots and I'm not gonna flash it anymore because they might find me. And they're gonna be like, why is this anime girl talking about this issue and she wasn't there? I can imagine, man. Nagmamarunong tong anime girl na to. Oh, it's in Tagalog. Okay, for those who don't understand Tagalog, I am sorry, but this is gonna be in Tagalog, okay? I'll just summarize it anyway. Next day, you're in Canva again. How long mabubuhay ang patient kung i-CPR? It's not a matter of how long mabubuhay. It's that, like, CPR is just you're trying to revive the patient. Patient's already, like, technically unconscious and at cardiac arrest. You're just reviving the patient and also buying time. Okay. You want to prevent, like, irreversible brain damage. So, yes. Mas better ba kung meron sila nung sa kinukuryente para ma-revive? That depends. That depends. That one, that's a defibrillator, right? Defibrillating. That's actually in ACLS and not in BLS. Because a BLS, the closest thing you're gonna get to defibrillating is the AED, which is very bobo-friendly. But if you're gonna get into, like, the specifics, that one is covered in ACLS, which is a whole new monster. Or it's like a step higher than BLS. Like, there's more stuff. So, yeah. That's the closest you'll get to a defibrillator, the AED. But if, like, the actual thing, that one is in ACLS. And that one, that's where they talk about, like, the heart rhythms and all that, which is not covered here. Okay, so I'm gonna read this out. It's in Tagalog, so I'm sorry for those who don't know or understand Tagalog. I am going to just summarize. Per paragraph. Maybe per paragraph. Ang haba-haba kasi sinulat niya dito. So long. What the heck? Alright, so this guy says... So this is the issue, okay? Basically, the issue is... the TLDR is a student collapsed, allegedly had a seizure during the intrams, and students were complaining that proper management wasn't done. So there's a lot of hearsay going on, and I read it all, so I don't know what really happened, but I'm just basing it off whatever these people are saying here. And everything, not really everything, but a lot of the things they're saying here is really... There's a lot of misinformation, basically, about how to do first aid. Okay. Alright, kahapon ng Feb 22, 2025, siguro around mga 11 to 12 p.m. ng umaga, habang intrams ng JHS pataas, yung player ng grade 11, bigla raw bumagsak at biglang nag-seizure. Yung mga teachers hinahanap daw waiver niya for what reason exactly? Para raw matawagan ng parents imbis na 161 ang tawagan. Tapos yung PE teacher nag-perform ng CPR, which is something not needed and completely unnecessary for a seizure. To make things worse, yung guards hindi nagpapalabas ng mga estudyante who were clearly going outside of school premises to call for help. May iba na tumawag sa emergency hotline. Said student was already on the verge of dying. Not teachers, not admins, nor the quote-unquote medics called the emergency hotline, but the students. After 20 minutes, dumating na raw yung ambulance, and later on, said student was confirmed dead due to a seizure episode and improper medical assistance. DOA po. Alright? Yes, it's a Facebook post. You can go search for it. I'm not gonna link you guys. Bahala kayo maghanap dun. Someone can share it to you guys, okay? So, for that paragraph, okay. First, that first paragraph already got my already had me raising eyebrows, okay? Cause, where is it? Here we go. Teachers, okay, basically this guy is saying, on this day, a student fell and seized, and teachers were looking for a waiver to call the parents. Instead of calling for emergency, a PE teacher did CPR on a seizure, on someone who had a seizure, and then what is this? Guard of the school wouldn't let them out. Basically, that's basically what it is. Okay, so here we go. Okay, let me. I have a lot of questions here. Okay, from this paragraph, like, this is during intrams, right? This is during intrams. During intrams, there's definitely a lot of people. Impossible that there's only a few people. There's definitely a lot of people here. Okay? So, if the teachers need a waiver, I think this waiver... I think this waiver is to... I don't know what the waiver is for, actually. I have no idea what this waiver is for. If it's for, like, I don't know. Having the parents know what's happening or some shit like that. I really don't know. There is no context on what this waiver is for, so I have no idea what this is. PE teacher performed CPR on... and they claim that it's unnecessary. Actually, you know, if this student finished seizing and had no breathing and had no pulse, then CPR is warranted, as you can see here. Okay. So this is where I was like, why are you saying this? Like, did the PE teacher who did the CPR do it after the seizure and the patient was unresponsive, or was it during? If it was during, then no, that was wrong. But was it after? Because if it was after and the patient was unresponsive, then it is warranted, actually. So this guy is, if that's what happened, then this guy was saying a lot of bullshit, to be honest. Guards hindi nagpapalabas ng estudyante who were clearly going outside school premises to call for help. Okay, first of all, you're in the school. There are people have cell phones. There are phones. And you already know, and it says here that the students were already calling emergency. So, in my opinion, why do you need to leave the school premises? Like, if you leave the if you rush out of the school, you're just gonna cause more panic. Right? You're just gonna cause more panic. So, in my opinion, the guard was right to let them stay inside the school. I don't know. Yeah, he was controlling the crowd. So, this call going outside, that is a panic inducer. It doesn't say here how long the seizure happened, so I guess they didn't. I don't know if they ever timed it. But the ambulance arrived after 20 minutes. Okay. What is this? Grabe, may gana pa yung school na sabihin, sagot na namin, pangburol. Ano pa kailangan ng pamilya nyo? This is just This is just heartbreaking as a student. May issues na bumabalik. Oh. What is this? Okay. Okay, this school had past issues, but we don't need to get into that. Okay. Alright, this guy has screenshots here. Alright, here we go. All I know. Today was the intrams of said school. During a game, a player, let's call him S for simplicity, collapsed and went into a seizure. No physical contact was made during this. Okay, that's okay. There was no medical team in the court. Ooh, no medical team, okay. No nurse? Wait, the school didn't have a nurse? What is this? Instead, a PE teacher performed CPR. It was done after the seizure. Okay, here we go. It was done after the seizure. When S was already unconscious. Okay, so the PE teacher did the right thing. He did CPR because the patient was unconscious after the seizure. So, good job, PE teacher. Students tried to get help. Students tried to get help from outside, but you know what happened? The guard said bawal lumabas. It was said that it was said that it was the students, not the admins, though this is not sure and unconfirmed, who called 161 for emergency assistance. Due to this, it took 20 minutes before the ambulance arrived. How true is this, though? The guards were, for me, the guards were in the right to not let students out. That's gonna cause panic, man. You just call. And, anyone can call. When it comes to emergencies like this, you shouldn't, stuff like this, you don't shift blame. You don't shift the blame. If you're a student and you called 161, good on you. That's all that matters. You don't say, I was the one who called 161, it wasn't the teachers. Dude, you called them. That's enough already. You don't need to shift blame. I took the initiative to call the PE teachers doing CPR will just tell anyone, whether you're a student, a teacher, or admin, someone call 161. It doesn't matter who it is. Just call one. Just call for help. So what happens is panic. I think people panicked here. Again, just dropping by. Pero bakit di dumating ang school nurse? I have no... That one, they didn't mention it, actually. They didn't mention a school nurse. There's a lot... That's why I said this thing, there's a lot of holes here in this story. How long was the seizure? One, how long was the seizure? Two, who else was doing the CPR aside from the PE teacher? Because if it was just the PE teacher doing the CPR, this PE teacher was most probably tired. So the CPR wouldn't be high quality anymore. I have no idea they didn't mention anything about a school nurse, so I don't know what happened. So that one I can't comment. I don't know. It doesn't say. When the school nurse... Oh wait, what's this? It took 20 minutes before the ambulance arrived. When the school nurses finally arrived, instead of providing proper medical care, they simply made S smell something on a cotton ball. What do you mean? Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I don't understand what this means. What do you mean by proper medical care? He was already undergoing CPR. What do you mean by proper medical care? Walang medic na nakatambay sa interest. Some people said there were medics, but they said they didn't know what they were doing. But the fact that CPR was already being done, that was already enough, actually. Because if it's a carjack arrest, you have to give high-quality CPR and wait for an ambulance. So, if you're already doing CPR and helping out with that, that's already the proper first aid. I do not know... Actually, I do not know about this cotton ball. I don't know if... Oh, here's the thing. I don't know if they stopped the CPR. Maybe he started breathing. This is the thing we don't know. Did they stop the CPR because he started breathing and had a pulse before the ambulance arrived? Or were they continuing CPR until the ambulance arrived? Because you never know, this guy actually was resuscitated, but was just not, what do you call this? Was not awake. And then the ambulance arrived, and I don't know what the cotton ball thing was. I have no... They just made him smell something in a cotton ball. I don't know what that... I don't have no idea what this one is. Oras na talaga siguro niya. They said it was a DOA. Oh bro, this one's an angry. This one is from the confession wall. You know, confession walls are funny to read because they're full of rage. Full of emotion. I don't know what the Tokino, I have no idea about the cotton ball. I don't know what they put there and what purpose it was. Yes, tang ina, walang kasalanan yung estudyanteng namatay. Hindi siya ang may mali, kundi yung palpak na sistema ng blank school. At yung mga kupal na taong dapat sanay umaksyon agad para mas mas inuna pang protektahan ang sarili nilang puwet. Una sa lahat, I like this. Una sa lahat, kung may seizure ang isang tao, hindi mo basta-basta babaratan ng CPR. Ano to, experiment? Kung trained talaga yung medical staff nila, dapat alam nila dapat alam nila yan. Pero anong ginawa nila? Palpak na CPR. Wala pang maayos na first aid. I'm sorry, man. This dude. Whoever this dude is, please calm down. Okay, guys, remember, look, the slide is still right here. This slide is very important, see? When the seizure is over and the patient is not responsive, meaning no breathing and no pulse, you have to do CPR. You don't do CPR during the seizure, okay? You do it after, if he's not responsive. Okay? I'm sorry to this angry person, okay? What is this? Oh my god, ang daming galit. Wait, he has like a mixture of all caps in here. Hindi lang wala nga silang silbi. Posibleng sila pa mismo ang nakasama sa estudyanteng to, tas anong ginawa ng mga guro? Imbis na tumawag agad ng emergency responders, ang inuna pa nila putang inang waiver. I don't know what this waiver is. Paperwork ang inuna nyo. Saan banda may utang? Mas mahalaga ba yung peraso ng papel kaysa sa buhay ng tao? I need to know. I don't know what the waiver is for, to be honest. I really don't know. Waiver na wala silang, they don't have, they're not responsible for what happened? Something like that? I don't know. Where else? At yung mga guard, ito pa, at yung mga guard, bawal lumabas. May namamatay na sa harap nila tapos hindi pa pinalabas yung mga estudyante humihingi ng tulong. Tangina, may humanity pa ba kayo? That's gonna cause more panic. Again, that's gonna cause more panic if you, that's gonna cause more panic if you let students outside and they're just screaming, they're gonna be screaming for help. Tulong, tulong, running out in the streets screaming for help. And that's gonna cause more panic. So, yeah. Don't tell me DNR. I don't think it's a DNR waiver. I have no idea. I really don't know. That's why I can't comment on that waiver thing. I really don't know. Buti confessional na lang yan para hindi makilala. Yeah, because I'm sorry, but some of the things he says are very illogical. The waiver, okay, questionable. I don't know what that is. But the CPR, misinformation. The guard was just doing his job. He has to prevent panic. So you can call an ambulance using phones. We're in a generation where everybody has a cell phone. So, and it was during intrams. Like, there's a bunch of people who have their phones on them. There's no way you're unable to get help. Aside from, like, running out of the school. Waiver and CPR in questions. Yeah, I want to... The CPR was done after the seizure, which is right. But I don't know how long it was done. And if it was only the PE teacher who was doing it. Because he will be fatigued. So, yeah. Waiver are meant for the school not being sued by the parents if anything happens to the students. So look, aren't they supposed to have that signed like before anything happens, not during? I don't know. Oh, maybe it was already signed and what they were doing is like they just had to, I think it was for legal reasons. Because if anything happens to the student, it's possible that they can be sued, but if they had that waiver, then yeah. It was probably signed already. They were just preparing, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It was something to protect themselves, I guess. Wait, what else do we have here? Okay, they're saying that, ooh, they're saying that the school is, hiding and deleting comments or something? I don't know. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go to this. Let's go to the school. Is there another... I think there's another link here. Hold on. Here we go. Ito ba yun? Hold on. What the heck is this? Oh. Someone is posting... Oh, okay, here we go. I found another post. Ooh, screenshots. More screenshots, guys! They're checking if signed. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. Still a bullshit. I think it's really for legality. I'm not sure. My comment ba na naisabi na existing medical... I haven't seen any, actually. But the thing is, you see, the thing is... During intrams, there's a lot of people, okay? A lot of people that can do many things at the same time. It's not a one-man thing, so... If they wanted a waiver... It's not... Since there are many people, a lot of people can call for emergency, and the other people can look for an AED if there is one, and the other people can look for the waiver. Everything can be done at the same time, that's what I mean. Like, you're not only 1, 2, 3 people. Like, okay, you call emergency, you do this. So like, if it's only like 3 people, 4 people, then yeah, waiver can wait. But if you're a lot of people, one is doing CPR, you can have 2 other people help out the PE teacher. 1 person or like 2 people are out calling for an emergency, and if they want the waiver, like the other teachers can look for the waiver. So everything can be done simultaneously. I think what happened here was there was panic. I'm not sure. I can only go with whatever is shown here on Facebook, man. Di man lang dinala sa clinic. Bro, you don't bring a seizing person to the clinic, though. Okay. Di man lang dinala sa... Okay, I found some screenshots. Di man lang dinala sa clinic. Okay. If a patient is seizing, you don't carry the patient into a clinic. Okay, you leave them be. Let the seizure happen. If they are unconscious, you do CPR. You do not bring a patient to the clinic. Okay, you do CPR on the spot. Do not bring to the clinic. The only time you bring to a clinic is if they are conscious. But if they are unconscious, you stay where you are, you do the CPR there. And they're not supposed to go to a clinic, they're supposed to go to an ambulance, a hospital. Okay? Yeah, I think everyone is panicking. Okay, let's see. Bakit pa nila hinayaan na humiga pa and magstay yung student sa gym ng 20 minutes? Was this... Okay, wait, so CPR was stopped? Did they stop the CPR? So I'm... If the CPR was stopped, I'm guessing he was revived? Or resuscitated? I don't know. This is what I don't... We don't have information about this one. Okay. Nagpanic yung tao, tapos yung staff nagtitigan lang yung isang teacher na nakatayo raw at tinitignan lang yung si kuya habang nagkaka-seizure. Okay, what's this? Yung ginawa ng mga teacher, hinahanap nila waiver para makontak parents niya since nandun yung Oh, so wait, that was the reason for the waiver. The contact number of the parents were on it. That's the reason for the waiver. We found it. The reason for the waiver, it's to contact the parents because that's where the number is. Wait, they didn't have an ID on the... Oh, well, no, you're in trans. You don't wear your ID. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. So they were like, call the parents before emergency. Mismong students pa nagdadial ng 161 at yung ibang students gusto na lumabas. You know, the students were already calling emergency. That was fine. You don't need to shift blame to other people. Because you have to call the parents. It's a student. It's a minor. Ibang students gusto nilang lumabas para makakuha ng tulong outside, pero yung mga guards, di sila pinapalabas kasi time schedule, mawawala ng oras yung bata. Okay, you don't need to go outside. Like I said, you don't need to go outside. It's enough to just call. All caps. Tapos, diba? Tapos ito pa, yung medical staff nila, nag-CPR sila sa kanya, Seizure. Again, if there's no breathing, no pulse, do CPR. Waiver pa, di ba dapat may contact number sa ID? I think I don't know, maybe they're not, I have no idea if they have, if there's a contact number on the ID. But if it's intrams, he's probably not wearing his ID. So, I think, it's an intrams, right? So the ID is probably hidden in his bag. And the bag is somewhere mixed up with other bags or whatever. So it was probably easier to get the waiver because the waiver would be in the faculty office, right? Or it would be in an office. Yeah, you can't wear IDs. It's a sporting event. So I think that's why they asked for the waiver. Waiver is a piece of paper. It's easy to get. An ID kasi tinatago yan, diba? Yeah, comments forget you can do multiple things. Like, you can call... Someone's already calling for emergency. You don't need 10 people calling for emergency. If you need to get other things, contact parents. And yes, go ahead. Everything's happening at the same time. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Is there more? Okay, I found another link here. Is this... Oh. This one? Oh no, okay. Oh, one is gone. What happened to the other one? Okay, I can't find it, but I remember reading about, they wanted to bring him to a car. Okay, I remember reading, I don't know which post it was, but I remember reading that some people wanted to go outside the school so that they could bring the patient to a car and into a hospital. See, this is where it's also, you shouldn't do that also, because if the patient is unresponsive, okay, if the patient's unresponsive, you have to do continuous CPR. You have to do continuous CPR. You cannot stop. If you're going to bring this patient into a car to bring to the hospital, you're gonna be stopping the CPR. And it's the CPR that's important. The CPR is more important because that's the reason, that's actually the purpose of the ambulance. You're already calling an ambulance. So your role is to do CPR. Just continue the CPR until the ambulance arrives. So these are the questions, unanswered questions. Was this student actually revived or resuscitated before the ambulance arrived? That's why they left them lying in the, I don't know. Someone says they left him lying in a... Okay, one says here they left him lying in the gym, but then another one says that they put him on a wheelchair, so which is it? There's another one saying they put him on a wheelchair, so which is it, man? I don't understand. These people are saying different things. I think, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the question is, was he revived? And then probably went into cardiac arrest when the ambulance arrived. The waiver thing was already answered. I found it. I found the reason for the waiver now. Yeah. The confusion made the story blurred. Yeah, that's one. The thing, if as long as this patient was, as long as this patient was breathing and was not breathing and had no pulse after the seizure, then CPR was warranted, and the PE teacher was in the right to start CPR. Students were already calling emergency, so if the students were already doing that, that's good. Teachers wanted to contact the parents. That's a good thing also. You gotta contact the parents. That's why they searched for the waiver. Now, as for the ambulance arriving after 20 minutes, that one I don't know. Was it traffic in their area? Sobrang traffic ba na walang nagbibigay ng space yung ambulance at late dumating? Took 20 minutes, man. That is a lot of time, actually. So I'm thinking, I don't know. I think they panicked, basically. I think there was panic here. Panic happened. Possible they let him rest in the gym before carting off the... Yeah, that's the thing. Was he resuscitated? Was he revived before the ambulance arrived and then they went to get a wheelchair? Or something? I don't know if there's an AED, so... And if the CPR was done, was there anyone else helping the PE teacher? Because if he was the only one doing the CPR, he definitely got tired. Or I don't know. We don't know how long the seizure was, how long the CPR took, and if the patient was revived. And it took 20 minutes for the ambulance to get there. So I have no wait. I don't know if it was traffic. That one I don't know, so we don't know. There are some unanswered questions. Yeah, what happened in the time frame between doing the CPR and waiting for the ambulance? That's the thing. What happened? I don't know. We may never know what happened during that time. Only like teachers or whoever was there would know. I don't know. But yeah, that's yeah. But basically, what I can conclude from this whole thing is that there was definitely some panic going on. The students panicked. The students panicked. I don't know the history of the school because apparently they have some issues, but I'm not gonna cover that because it looks messy. And I don't want to have to read the entire context of the past issues, but this case specifically, I don't think... Well, I don't know. With with everything everyone's saying, the truth of what happened or whatever was happening is very blurred now because people are saying different things. Since I know about the general area, to be honest, the city doesn't have much traffic. Oh, I see. Time to cross-section info. I don't got cross-examine. I'm not a lawyer. We don't even know if the teacher was first aid certified or was just going through the motions. Well, we don't know. No, but PE... Well, I don't know. We don't know. You can't expect good first aid performed in school events. Yeah, I think I can't speak for the school. But that's why I think it's a good thing if faculty members had basic life support or first aid training. That would be very useful. That's why I have this stream here, so you guys at least know. It's not exactly it's not exactly BLS training, but at least you have an idea of what to do. Nasaan si school nurse? I have no idea where the school nurse is. I don't know where the school nurse is. Like, there was no mention of the school nurse in this story, or I don't know. It's weird. Okay, hold on. We're going to... Oh. So yeah, that is the last slide. We can go look at YouTube videos on how to do a proper CPR. I'll just show you guys, and then... Yeah, hold on. CPR. What is there like a short video on CPR here? Hey, learn hands-only CPR in 60 seconds. Yay! American Heart Association. Here we go. Let's play this. Two steps to save a life. Hold on. Here we go. American Heart Association. Yeah. Let's lower my... Here you go. This one will probably show you how to do. See? Gotta do it at the same time. No sound? Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, I see why there's no sound. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Wait. Let's do it again.
If you see a teen or adult suddenly collapse, it is important to act fast. Helping to save a life is easier than you might think. Just start hands-only CPR. The first step is to ask someone to call 911 and to get an AED, or call 911 yourself and put your phone on speaker mode so the operator can assist you. Then get directly over the victim. Put the heel of one hand in the center of the chest and put your other hand on top of the first.
There you go.
Then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. It's important to push
staying alive.
100 to 120 compressions per minute, which is about the same tempo as the song you're listening to right now. Remember, call 911 and ask someone to get an AED. Then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until the AED and help arrives. Your actions can help save a life.
Bro, they actually had but staying alive. But yeah, that one is just right. Staying alive. That's how to do chest compressions. You have to stay within range, or else, yeah, it has to be 100 to 120, and you have to do remember, you have to push up to 5 centimeters. Oh, this one is, here we go, 3.
Our heart is an amazing organ.
CPR in action. Here you go. This is nice.
Every day, delivering blood
how it
and
works.
oxygen
This
to
is
every
how it
cell
works,
in our
guys.
body. But when sudden cardiac arrest strikes, our heart suddenly and unexpectedly stops beating effectively and blood flow stops. Without any intervention, the brain, vital organs, and our heart will begin to die. Beginning CPR is the person's only chance of survival. Brain damage will start to set in within 4 minutes, and after 10 minutes, brain damage becomes irreversible. The power to save a life is truly in your hands. Performing CPR accomplishes two critical things. 1. Compressions move oxygenated blood to the brain to keep the brain alive. And 2. Compressions keep blood and oxygen moving to the heart muscle itself, so that it has the best chance of resuming a normal electrical rhythm after a shock is delivered. As you begin compressions, you are creating an artificial pump and doing the work of the heart manually. With each good, effective compression, you are building up pressure in the system, which will move blood around the heart and up to the brain. It does take time to get the blood moving with CPR, so it is very important to push hard and push fast to build the pressure up, which keeps blood going to the brain. Pushing down at least 2 inches allows for the heart to be squeezed and blood to move out. Pushing at a rate of 100 to 120 compressions per minute is necessary to keep blood pumping. Let's see what happens when we take our hands off the chest. Blood stops moving to the brain. It is for this reason that if you are taking your hands off the chest to deliver breaths or switching roles, it is critical to minimize time off the chest. Watch what happens when we don't push deep enough. Blood does not reach the brain.
There you go, see?
The same is true if we do not push fast enough.
Bagal.
Watch what happens when we push too fast. The heart does not have time to refill with blood. Therefore, not enough blood gets pumped out. Watch what happens when we don't allow the body to decompress and allow the chest to fully recoil. The heart does not have a chance to refill with blood. Therefore, no blood gets pumped out. So remember, the key purpose of delivering compressions is to keep oxygenated blood moving within the heart and up to the brain to keep the brain alive. We need to push hard and push fast in the center of the chest. If ribs break, that's okay.
Yeah, see?
What's not okay is allowing the brain to die from a lack of oxygen. So remember, you are their only hope. Do the best you can, and don't give up until medical help arrives or an AED is present. You can do it.
You can do it. Push hard and push fast, guys. Remember, that's what you gotta do. Don't go do GMA. Yes, do not do telenovela CPR, okay? Wait, is that, well, do they have that here? Wait, can I, I'm gonna show you how. Is it here? What is that? Ano yun? Ano ba yun? I found it, guys! I found it! Guys, do not do it like this, okay?
Check your vitals.
BP 60/50, heart rate 30, no pulse, no breathing.
We're from Seizure now.
Please do not do CPR like that, okay? Hey! Alright, guys, that's not how you do CPR. Meron pa ba? May mga Pilipinong... I think, oh my god, wait, what? There's freaking, ano to, may mga... I think that was the only Filipino telenovela that actually had CPR. Nakakainis. CPR lang best song ay. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Oh shoot, I forgot to... The chat ain't here, you guys ain't here. There we go. Dun, dun. Hindi ko kinaya tululaway ko. Yeah, well. Okay, I can wear my mask now. There we go. Na-roast na naman yung telenovela. The thing about CPR2 is that you use your entire upper body. Yes, you use your upper body strength. It's that tiring. So anyway, I think we are good for tonight, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot. Okay, kailangan ba ng quiz? Siguro kailangan ng quiz. I gotta make sure you guys know. I gotta make sure you guys understood what I said. And understood the basics of BLS. So magka-quiz tayo, guys. We're gonna have a quiz. So, everybody get one fifth sheet of paper. 1/5 sheet of paper. Wala akong ballpen, so wala akong ballpen. Wala akong notes dito, so we're gonna do this oral exam. Oral exam pero nagpakuha ng 1/5 sheet of paper. 1/5. Okay, guys, number 1. Number 1. Wrong answers wrong, ha? Wrong spelling wrong. Wrong answers wrong, wrong spelling wrong. Pag supot ka pa, wrong ka din. Okay? Okay. Number 1. How many beats per minute dapat ang chest compressions? How many beats per minute do you have to do chest compressions need? Sige nga, dalit na. Paulit-ulit ako dun. Paulit-ulit ako nun. Nagka-seizure bigla. Yung classmate nyo nagka-seizure. Yung classmate nyo si Nue nagka-seizure. Iwan nyo lang dun sa tabi. Iwan nyo lang dun sa tabi si Nue. Hayaan mo siya. Hayaan niya lang si Nue mag-seizure dyan sa tabi. Iwan nyo lang si Nue. Bigyan na ng pillow. Hayaan mo siya. Okay, yeah, the answer is 100 to 120, okay? Hayaan niya si Nue, bahala siya. Okay lang yan si Nue. Hanapin yung waiver ni Nue. Hanapin niyo yung waiver ni Nue. May seizure rin. Yan yun nga yan. Hanapin nyo na lang yung waiver ni Nue. Hayaan nyo lang siya mag-seizure. Bigyan na ng pillow. Okay, number 2. The answer was 100 to 120, okay? Number 2. Just go, Lord. Number 2. What maneuver do you use when someone is choking? Anong tawag sa maneuver na yan? Pag may nag-choke. Heimlich maneuver. Heimlich. Okay. Ba, galing nyo Galing nyo. Itong si Bentix, wrong spelling, wrong. Wala na. -1. Hihachi maneuver. Hihachi maneuver na yan. Doria. Doria maneuver. Okay. Alright, sige, number 3. Teka, ano nga ba? Let me look at my slides. Ano pa pwedeng tanungin mo? What else can I ask? Okay. Okay. Oh, scenario tayo. Scenario. Ayan, si Nue. Si Nue nagsi-seizure kanina, diba? Si Nue nagsi-seizure lang dyan. Okay, si Nue. Natapos ang seizure. Nue's seizure ended, but he is breathing and has a pulse. What do you do next? Okay? Anong gagawin? He's breathing and has a pulse after seizure. Anong gagawin niya kay Nue? What you guys do to Nue? Lumabas na school. Turn him on the side. Check if conscious. Hanap po waiver. Pauwiin. Waiver. Check if conscious. He is breathing and has a pulse. He has a pulse and is breathing. Lola Remedios. Switch, okay na to. Sampalin. Kawawa naman si Nue. Nag-seizure na nga, sinampal niya ba? Baka mag-seize ulit. Lambingin. Okay. Sige. Okay, since wala naman sa inyo sumagot ng none of you answered to do CPR. So lahat kayo tama. So if you did not answer do CPR or give rescue breaths, you're all right. So tama niya yung lumabas ng school. Joke lang. Iniwan. Tama yung lambingin. Okay. Paamoy ng smelling salts. Oh, Ventix. Seriously, if you move a recently seized patient, is it possible they can have It depends. If they have a seizure disorder, they can have multiple seizures. Some seizures just happen like one and done. Just like a Tekken match. Tekken match with some people. One and done. Okay. Alright, next, anong number na ba tayo? 3 ba tayo? 4. Number 4. Number 4. When you do chest compressions, how deep should you compress the chest? How many centimeters or how many inches? No. You can give the answer in cms or inches. Ikaw kayo bahala. Ay na, 6 inches. 6 inches. 6 inches siguro wala na, pumutok na yung puso. Gagi! How deep yung chest compressions? Hindi yung... Anong inches na yung sinasabi nyo dyan? Mayroon nagsabi ng 9 inches. Ano yan? Mga hayop kayo, Okay, since the right answer is 5 cm or 2 inches. So if your answer is not there, -1 kayong lahat. -1 kayong lahat. It's 2 inches or 5 centimeters, you guys. Actually, the 1 inch. Some people are saying 1 inch. 1 inch. Oh no, actually, it's 1.5 for infants. If it's a baby, it's 1.5 inches actually. Oh, yeah, I didn't talk about how to do CPR on a child or an infant. So yeah, this is just adult. 1-inch punch. Okay. Oh, number 5. Number 5. Oh, nagsi-seizure si Nue. Hindi na sumagot si Nue, mukhang nagsi-seize pa rin, no? wala nang chat si Nue, mukhang nagsi-seizure pa rin. Okay, since nagsi-seizure pa rin si Nue, he already had his seizure for like 5 minutes. What's the next thing you're gonna do? Ay, hindi, gising na pala si Nue, nagsalita na. Okay, conscious na siya. No, but if, for example, the seizure lasted for like 5 minutes or longer. What's the next thing you do? Time of death. Mga gago kayo. Put some spoon or towel in his mouth. Ano to? Bebe tayo. Nue, kawawa ka, oh. Kung kasama... Si Nue, kung kasama mo tong mga to, kawawa ka. Kung ito mga classmate mo, Nue, tapos kung ano-ano sinasabi nila pag nagsis ka, kinakawawa niyo si Nue. Ano ba yun? Ipagdasal na lang. si Pokeri maglalagay ng kutsara tsaka tawalya sa bibig. I-CPR kahit gising ba siya. Walang iya kayo. Si Black Cat ibebebe time si Nue. Mas malala pa gagawin namin dyan IRL. Okay. Mga hayop kayo. Anyway, yeah, you call an ambulance, okay? Call 911, call an ambulance, call emergency, okay? Yan yung sagot. So, yung mga iba, na iba yung sagot, hindi call ambulance, call emergency. -1 din kayo lahat. Okay. And I think that's all. I think that's good. We good already. Hinarang ako ng guard. Okay. We good. I think that's a wrap for tonight, guys. Tomorrow is Saturday. Ano kaya? Mag-stream kaya ako bukas? I might stream tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I'll stream on Twitch tomorrow. But I don't know what to stream. It might be Tekken. I don't know. We'll see. Because Tekken... If I do guerrilla streams, it's usually just Tekken. It's a filler. Just Tekken. I missed Doc already. Oof. I will stream tomorrow night, okay, in Twitch. I'll be on Twitch tomorrow night. So, I don't know what to stream yet. But there's a high chance it's gonna be Tekken 8, okay? Luwe, gising na. Tapos na quiz. Excuse ka na daw. Tekken is nice and short game sets, not like League or Valorant. Yeah, and also... No voice chat, no voice chats. I don't need to like hear trash talking and all that. So anyway, I hope you guys learned a lot. I will be streaming oh wait, today is it's March tomorrow, guys. It is the 3rd month of the year starting tomorrow. How time flies. Okay, I will post the stream schedule of the week on March 2. I will probably do another YouTube stream next week. maybe another Japan related stream because I'm gonna fix my. I know I did a Japan related stream. I did an itinerary thingy. We're gonna do another one because on the last week of March I'll be going to Japan. Third month being a neat. No, actually, I already have a job, but I officially start like sometime this March. Okay. Lad stream, yeah. Actually, I think I should do a lad stream. We'll see. I don't know. I'll see. Whatever I feel tomorrow, that's what I'll stream. I feel like Tekken, but at the same time, maybe lads. I don't know. It depends. Salamat sa review, Doc. Yeah. Hope you guys learned a lot. And yeah. We good. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Otsupon. Good night, everybody. Mwah.